Hi guys, this is Mark Cross, aka Crossy. Welcome aboard to Eclipse Gaming TV and part 3 of my Lower League to Champions League challenge on FM14 with, yep, you've guessed it, Dover Athletic. So when we left it last time, we've managed to seal a few of our problem positions up. So we've got an experienced Brazilian striker that we've brought in to partner Nathan Elder up front, our big man, and we've also managed to pick ourselves up a central defender to partner the beast that is Terrell Forbes. So altogether things going well. While I'm at it really quickly, I am just going to cancel my contract offer. I think it's contract offer for this guy. Yeah, it is for Adam Bygrave because I've managed to seal the deal for a centre-back. So that's sorted. I withdrew the bid for Robert Eagle. Let me see if I can throw something back in here. And this is for a left midfielder who is stronger than our current team. Not an area I particularly need to strengthen, I don't think. But if he's available on a free transfer, then I will throw a bid out, see what happens. And also, yeah, this is that youth goalkeeper that I was looking at last time. So we're going to go into philosophy talks. Not too sure how this works so far. It's a bit of a new thing, but what I've noticed is that setting the right philosophies mean that you can eke out certain things from the board which they're a lot more receptive to. So let's go on with this one, and I've already decided what I'd like to work on. So I'd like to play attacking football. The formations I tend to use as much as possible are quite attacking. I like a 4-2-4 type setup. Let's see. Okay, so just the board opinions and what they would like to see. So I'm also going to throw in developing young players and bringing them through to the first team. Main reason for that is I can really force the board into improving the youth facilities and throwing out funding for junior coaching and that sort of thing. So that's something that I would really like to push forward to. Maybe not at this stage, but as we go and branch out further and start to get into league football, if this challenge works well, lasts long enough, then I'd love to be able to have the setup there to bring players through from the youth ranks. So I have no further suggestions to make. I hope you agree with the changes. And yes, they do. So what I'll do, just to prove how effective that is and probably how easy it makes the game at certain points, I'm going to jump into the boardroom, talk to the board. Oh, okay, I can't do that yet unless I hit continue. Offer for Robert Eagle. I can now offer him terms with some wages he finds acceptable, so we're in the mix, but so are about 17 other teams or something, so chances of us getting him fairly slim, I would think. Maybe we'll get lucky. So, talk to the board, and I would like to talk to the board about our facilities. Youth facilities, and straight away they say it agrees with the philosophy and they're going to go along with it. While I'm at it, I'm also going to ask them to push the academy to the next level so that we can help youngsters reach their potential. And again, with no argument whatsoever, they have approved the request. So that's sorted then. Means I'm going to actually do it now, but without too much effort, I've managed to get Big Jim to fork out 140 grand of his own money to improve our youth facilities. So hopefully that will pay dividends as time goes on. So first friendly coming up, I've chosen not to play these friendlies and just leave it to the staff to deal with. So we'll see how the result comes in, if nothing else. Loon Grover Lake victory. So we've got Gillingham results come in. As I've put them down as my favourite team, I'm going to get those come in. 1-1 draw at Dartford away. Good result against fairly fierce rivals, I believe. And I've got my 3 signings. Alex Cerdera, just to remind you, 33-year-old Brazilian, 5-star striker, going to be partnering Nathan Elder pushing forward. Harry Milton, a 19-year-old defensive midfielder who isn't going to play that often, but there'll be times I'll want to work a 4-5-1, lock things down, so he's going to come in. And Teddy Ngoy, who is 23, I think, 5-star centre-back, going to be pairing up with Terrell Forbes in the middle as much as possible, and I'm now fairly confident with Mitch Walker behind those two that we're going to be solid at the back this season. So delighted to welcome them all to the club. Confident they'll come out big. I'm just going to have a look at this Alex Sadira and see what his interests are, because I'm always quite keen to push these guys into roles at the club. So this guy is quite interested in getting involved in scouting, so I will just have a private chat with him and mention that I'd like him to get involved in scouting. If you keep I was going to say, if you keep plugging away at these guys, they will eventually crack and say that they will get started straight away. Turns out he's gone straight for it. So let's have a look at his staff attributes. And out of 20, his judging player ability and his judging player potential, i.e. his scouting stats, are in at 4. Okay, fair enough. So, not the best then. I think he's got a lot of improvements that he needs to make, but for the time being, yes, he can lead us to glory on the playing side. As I mentioned before, if you want to read these, then please feel free to pause the video. You should be able to read them. Standard sort of stuff. Did you manage to keep things under wraps? Well, no, because we've got some double agent in our back room that announces every single signing we go for. For a start, is he a player for the future? Yes, he is. Will he lead the club to glory? Yeah, of course he will. Got to big these guys up, haven't you? Right, okay, so scouting reports, to be honest, I never read those. I probably should, going forward, but we'll see. We'll see how things get on in the first game when that kicks off. I'd like to be able to get to that by the end of this part, but who knows. So people going for Adam Bygrave. Yeah, I've dropped out of the running for him though, so not particularly fast. Robert Eagle has gone to Salisbury, which is fine. My 15-year-old goalie, who's going to be on £5 a week U-terms, has jumped on board. Right, okay, so let's go back into the player market and see who else I can pick up. I do want to get a right back if I can. Would love to get Danny Sender, but I've tried 17 times or something and haven't been able to, so I'm not rating my my chances there. Who else can we get though? I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to go for it. Go hard or go home. Right, so let me see if I can entice him in and throw out, say, 500 quid a week. Yeah, let's try that. Very close on the old wage budget, so I am going to have to start offloading a few players, but I think I'll be able to find one or two that I can get rid of. So a nice tasty contract for Danny Sender compared to what he wants. Maybe that'll be enough to tempt him to come over to Dover this time, and if that happens, then I will probably leave my squad pretty much as it is for the time being and see how it goes from there. And again, the transfer story has been leaked. Oh, this is ridiculous. Every single time, really? I don't think it's got any managers looking out to see who I decide to sign for Dover and then jump in and hijack the deal. I don't think football is quite that cutthroat down at the non-leagues. Maybe it is. Maybe I need to be more careful, but I'm not sure what I can do to avoid that situation from coming up every single time. Right, okay, so Dover are 10 to 1, so it looks like we're in for a serious chance of promotion looking at the odds. Whether that changes based on signings or not, I have no idea. Maybe our chances will be even better with some of the signings we've managed to make. We shall see. See Gillingham easing to victory and 4-2 against Aberdeen. That's not too bad a result. Danny Sender has accepted a deal at Havant and Waterlooville. Right, okay, fair enough. I need to stop trying to get this guy because I'm failing every single time. I think he's just teasing me. Maybe he doesn't like me or something. Would be the only explanation. Right, so that still leaves me in a position where I need to find a right back from someone. So let's see what we've got. Might have to steer away from players that have been scouted and just see what else we can find. Still got this Morton Knudsen guy that our scouts had a look at. I'm quite tempted. So let's have a look at what this guy's got. So on a level with Tom Winter, but he can play it right back. Not very well. He's got Michael Kamara ahead of him as a right back prospect. So yeah, okay, let's leave that well alone. So positions, can play at right back. And then let's just have a look at some of the stats. So I recommend this Patrick Collins guy to me, 28. Check his reports. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Not quite as good as if we had Craig Stone in there, but you can't have everything, and I would like to have Stone in midfield. That's my goal. So let's have a look and see what options I've got defensively that haven't been scouted yet. Let me have a look at this 19-year-old Sam Conway. Get a scout report in. And also, while I'm at it, I'm not sure what sort of loan signings I'd be able to pick up. And I also don't know where you now find loan or send your assistant manager out to find some loan signings. But I'll see if I can get to it really quickly. No, not in there. Recommendations for strikers, goalkeepers. Right, okay. Lee Morgan for the coaching staff. Yeah, I'll go along with that. He seems happy to jump in. So we'll go with that straight away. See what other advice we've got from the staff here. Grab a scout. Why not? Always helps to have one more scout to send out and check these players out, I guess. Let's continue. So Sam Conway, it's got a bit of potential to him. Could be an option. I really just need to figure out how to send my assistant manager out to give me a loan report, if that even still happens. That's a Football Manager 24, or sorry, 2012 thing. So whether that's even in the game still, I have no idea. So what I'll do, I'll just go into search and have players listed for loan. See what I managed to find this way instead. Throw in the same position. Right back. There's not too many in there, to be honest. Not too many options, but nah, these are all guys from down in the lower leagues, so not going to be much use to us whatsoever, I wouldn't think. I've got a bit of cash to spend. Is there any that are worth signing? That will be a no. Okay. Let's see what recommended players I've got. I'll get this Patrick Collins guy, I think. Worst case is going to be, oh no, I've done the same thing. I haven't got enough wage budget. Okay, fine. So let's leave it alone then. Lee Morgan comes on board as a coach. Yep, that's fine. Go with that. I think at this stage I'm fairly happy with the squad I've got. I've only signed 3 players and 1 young lad who's not going to be anywhere near the first team for a couple of years at least. That 15-year-old goalie we got. So I'm quite keen to push on and get to the first league game. So Paul Roberts, scout, coming on board. Richard Orley is cropped 4 to 5 weeks. Good job we've signed a bit of cover for him, or not even cover really. We've signed someone else who's going to be starting in his place. So let's see what we've got. What reports has this guy given me straight away? Has he recommended me any right backs? That would be a huge help if he has. Carrier Gilbert? Really? Okay, well, he is without a club, and if I can get him on board somehow, then that would be epic. Right, so let's go with that and send him in. Is that who I thought it was? Is this the guy that was at Arsenal at one point? Yeah, it was. From Arsenal to Southend, Leicester. Ooh, this guy has slipped to Shamrock Rovers and Yeovil. Oh dear, oh dear. And now finding himself without a club, you might find himself at Dover before long. That will be an interesting choice, let's put it that way. How the greats have fallen. So a few little training suggestions, routines to put the players on. A few youth prospects to scout, so we'll see what sort of potential they've got. Any that are League 2 or above, I will be snapping up very quickly. Aside from that, I'm usually not that fussed. I'm hoping to get out of the league well before those guys will develop. Whether that works out or not, we shall see. Virtually all of our team are out of contract. I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being and just see how things develop. I was saying this guy would be a quality signing. Potential is good Skrill South striker. Even less potential. Rich Walker, I'm going to send him home because we haven't got the league starting just yet. Again, these guys haven't got a whole stack of potential worth looking at. So we'll just skip past that point. So coming pretty much to the end of this part, I'm just going to let this finish through and also check out when the first game of the season actually kicks off, so we know how far away we are from the start and being able to see how this team performs. Unfortunately, at this stage, it's not been the most interesting of videos, but never mind. Gilbert's gone to Wickham. That was always going to be an ambitious one to try and pick him up, though, so I'm not surprised that's happened. Let's have a quick look at the fixtures. So I've got Kingstonian and Margate. First game against Gosport kicks off at the 17th. Right, so we're not too far away. That is it for this part. If you've enjoyed, then please feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Any comments, any improvements that you'd like me to make, then please feel free to drop those below in the comments, and I will be more than happy to take those on board and try and improve as best I can. But until next time, thanks for watching.